Hey everybody, Tom here for Walt Disney Planet. Today I am visiting Disney's Pop Century Resort at Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. We're going to go take a look around. This resort has 2,880 rooms, opened in end of 2003, I believe it was. This is one of the budget resorts in the ESPN Wide World of Sports resort area, consisting of 2 resorts. This is from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're going to go take a look around and explore some, so come along. As soon as you walk into the main lobby, you get a really nice look of all the nostalgic things from the past century, or second half of the century, from the toys, the music. See all the memorabilia on the walls. The main check-in area is right here. This has a really cool vibe to the place. See more old stuff. Big wheel. You had one of those when I was a kid. Some of the really cool stuff. More stuff here. Let's see. Oh, remember the Game Boy. Almost everybody from the 90s had one of those, or 80s. Rollerblading. Cassette tapes, yes, good stuff. Most of the resorts have character station. There is a arcade over here. Gotta have the classic pinball games. It's actually a really good size arcade in here. Now, as this is a budget resort, the rooms start just around under $100. That's usually in the off season. Prices typically go up slightly in the busier time of the year, which is summertime, what it is now. Anyway, we're gonna go look inside everything pop, shopping and dining. Gonna go see what we can find. Obviously, we're gonna have our souvenirs, toys, stuffed animals. Hats. Pick up yourself up a backpack. There's going to be the food items for the people staying in the actual resort rooms. Snacks. Pick up yourself a collectible mug, coffee cup. All the different shirts. Picture frames. Other backpacks. Get all your keychains, more hats. If you want to relive your memories even more, you can pick up some luggage. And we got our keychains over here. As I stated in other videos, I do collect some of the pins. I collect the now doing it collecting the resort pins, but I also collect the ride and attraction pins for each of the 4 parks. And this was my lovely cashier, Kathy, rung me up. Also, you're going to have your different sundries that you may need while you're here. Now we're coming up to our food court. This is actually a really decent sized food court. The value resorts are usually going to have a lot more people with children. It's quick serve style as you would get at the parks. Got multiple food options. You also want to pick up your refillable cup. Pick a red. Different baked goods. Again, various food items for when you're staying in your room. You want to have milk with your cereal, sweets, chips, things like that. Right outside of the main building, out into the pool area. There's pedals, little bar. You can see the way the buildings are decorated, the different years. Got Blue and Mowgli over there. You'll have Jumbo, like a yo-yo, other objects of the particular decade are on the buildings. Everybody knows who this guy is. There with a surfboard. The resort is split up into different decades. As I said, different buildings represent the different decades, so they're going to be decorated around that particular decade. Like this from the 70s, all about disco. Unfortunately, I remember disco. Really like to forget it. Although there were some good songs at the time. Oh yeah, and a giant big wheel. I had a lot of fun on one of these. Not this big, but I had a big wheel when I was, I believe, 4 to most likely 6 or 7 before I was able to get into a big boy bike. There's Mickey Mouse with a classic rotary phone. This area over here represents the 1980s, which I am more familiar with, as I was born in '74. Got Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. You should recognize these two from the Toy Story movies. Giant Rubik's Cube. I apologize for the noise. They're doing some pressure washing. I'm going to take a quick look at the directory. So it's spread out pretty good. You see the way the buildings are. We've got the 50s, the 60s, 70s, what I just went through. And then the 80s and into the 90s. Plastic Hall is where we started out. Got some of the characters from Pac-Man. Breakdancing, because breakdancing was really popular in the 80s. There's Roger Rabbit. Hard to believe his movie came out in the 80s. It's been that long. The giant Walkman. On the pool areas for the 80s. Then we got the 90s. Compact discs, rollerblades, the internet. See an old school laptop. Anybody that was around when the internet first came out will remember the dial-up modems. It would take you about a half hour for one page to load. Good times, man. This is one of the signs that are around the outer perimeter of the resort on a little sidewalk. Gives you different things that happened on any particular year from the 50s through the 90s. From the Pop Century Resort, you can see across Hourglass Lake, the Art of Animation Resort. This was actually planned to be an expansion of the Pop Century Resort. This was going to be the legendary years from 1900 to the 40s. That did not come to fruition as of 9/11 caused a huge decline in attendance. So this resort that was already started sat empty for more than 10 years. And it regained life as it was completed and made into the Art of Animation Resort. This is the bridge that connects the two resorts together from Pop Century to the Art of Animation. As I just stated, this was supposed to be an addition, an expansion of the Pop Century Resort. One of the other maintenance people doing some work to help keep the place looking nice. You can imagine these resorts take thousands of people to maintain the rooms, to sell you that shirt or a drink or food at the snack bars. So try to be nice to these people when you're here. I know it can get frustrating sometimes, but just remember these people are hardworking to help make your stay worthwhile and memorable. Just remember that these people are here to help you, and they deserve our respect. Now this is from the 50s. The different things that came out. Now I know I didn't go in order. When I came out of the main building, it was either turn left or turn right. I turned left, which had me go through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So I kind of backtracked a little bit, just to give you an idea of how the rest of the property looks. Bowling was a big thing in the 50s. Sock hops, as they were called. All the dancing. Records. The old-timey radios. Transistor radios. I had one of those when I was a small boy. Back before stereo was the norm. There's the third pool on property. Right by the 50s. Got a big statue of Tramp from Lady and the Tramp that came out in the 50s. I don't recall the exact year. And then right across from Tramp is Lady. On the other side of the pool against the building, you can see an old jukebox, similar to like you would see in a diner from the 50s. They'd be on your table. You'd be able to choose your song, insert your dime, and the song that you chose would play on the jukebox. It's a psychedelic look of the 60s. Anyone from that era will remember Rowan and Martin's Laughing. Anyway, guys, that was the Pop Century Resort. The two value resorts, Pop Century and Art of Animation, right next door, are the furthest away from Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. So the only way to reach it is by bus. But it's a really cool resort, and especially for your money. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.